Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review on the new NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I finally got my hands on it, and if you guys weren't aware of the details of the foundation, it is a full coverage foundation that has been initially launched with 45 inclusive and diverse shades. Can we just thank you? Okay, and as soon as I found that out, I was just like, yes, yes, yes. Like, always, I'm always only, first of all, here for inclusiveness and diversity when it comes to in general, but in the beauty community, you know, we all know we've come a long way with being inclusive and diverse and catering to specific shades and colors and people for makeup and just in society as a whole. So I just love that a lot of these brands now are really taking the time to listen to us influencers and to listen to consumers and realize that all shades are beautiful and all shades are important and all shades deserve to be, you know, included, and all shades deserve to have their perfect match or their go-to foundation, you know? Yes, and if you guys aren't already aware, I'm sure most of you guys are, this new launch was in collaboration with YouTuber and beauty influencer Alyssa Ashley. Alyssa has always shed light on inclusivity and diversity and has made it known that, you know, this is important and has always been a voice for women of color in the beauty community. If you didn't know, NYX is a drugstore brand, so that means savings. Yes. So it does retail for $15. This foundation also claims to be transfer free and lasts for up to 24 hours. Now I will say I don't know who's wearing foundation for 24 hours. I've never don't think I'll ever need to. That's just me. But you know what happens, it's life. You never know. But the most I wear foundation for is up to an average of, like, I want to say 6 hours on average. If I do stretch it, it would only be because I'm out for like a full day and I would only have my makeup on for about 8 to 9 hours. I don't think I've ever surpassed having on makeup for like 11 hours other than when I used to work retail. But if you do, like most people, work a regular job, or you work like a 8-10 hour shift and then maybe you're closing at work and your commute to work is like another hour or so, then you'll definitely be wearing makeup for like 11-12 hours if you go out after work. So this is a foundation for that type of scenario. That would be perfect. Actually, that's a perfect scenario. So it also says that this foundation controls shine and mattifies your complexion, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, although we didn't even get into this video yet. This foundation is matte AF. Like, it's matte. So yeah, it's matte. And it also says that it is non-comedogenic. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that word. I've never used that word before, but I do know what it means. And that means that it doesn't clog your pores, which is amazing. I hate the feeling of my pores being clogged. This foundation is also super lightweight, as it claims to be. And it is also suitable for normal, oily, combination, and sensitive skin. So basically all skin types. I don't think it said dry, but I do know that Alyssa Ashley has said in her review on the video that she has dry skin. So basically it caters to all skin types, which is just amazing. And let me just say that the shade range for this foundation is bomb. Like, I had options to choose from. The range is it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You might think you're one color and you might actually be another color, or you could be both, or you can mix, but you don't have, you shouldn't have to mix. It's just so refreshing and empowering to know that this is now like a consistent thing with a lot of brands. Like, it's not just like a one-time inclusiveness. It's like, no, like, we are being inclusive in everything that we do. It's exciting to know that in this field where people of all colors love makeup are now able to play in makeup and try products and not feel discouraged or not included because, you know, their shade isn't there. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in seeing how this foundation worked out for me, then just keep watching. We're going to head and get into this review. Okay. When I went into the NYX cosmetics store, I could not decide what shade I wanted to go with. I was stuck between Warm Caramel, which is what I ended up going with, and Honey. So I always talk about, you know, like my undertone and what I think works for me, and it's usually a medium tan or medium warm foundations with warm yellow golden undertones. But warm caramel is actually a medium tan with neutral, which kind of scared me a little bit. And honey is a medium tan with warm undertones. So now that I'm looking at this too, I'm just like, I feel like I should have went with honey. But when I tried it on in the store, honey was actually like a perfect match. But I like to go a little bit darker with my foundation and match it to more like, you know, my chest and my neck. You want to make sure you balance everything out, because if you're going to be highlighting with a shade that's 2 shades lighter than your actual skin tone and you're matching it to your neck as you should be, you want to go for a foundation that is slightly darker, just a notch, just a slightly darker, with like a slight tan to it. Let me just say that I like that I can have options. I love having options. I could have got both of them and mixed like I normally do, but it's just relieving to know that I don't have to mix foundations all the time now, because, you know, like brands are working on expanding their shade range and, you know, trying to fit everybody in. I'm actually going to apply, one side with a foundation brush, one with the beauty blender. Normally I apply with a beauty blender, but I don't know, I feel like using a brush today, and I know there are a lot of people that actually prefer to apply with a foundation brush, so just for that, we're going to get the best of both worlds. So I'm going to take my Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. I'm going to go in with one pump. I already know this foundation is matte AF, like matte. Okay. I think we can go in with a little bit more than that. No, let's go in with one. What am I doing without primer though? I'm getting too excited. So, wow. Alright, so as I would normally doing for my everyday primer, you guys know I've been mixing. Well, if you didn't know, I've been mixing. So I go in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer first. Such a moisturizing primer. Okay. And then I like to go in with my Benefit Professional Primer in my T-zone, because that's where I get oily. I don't get oily anywhere else throughout the day. And I have like a few black and white heads in my chin and in those areas, so we're just gonna blur those out as I normally would. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with the foundation. I'm gonna go in circular motions. I want to zoom in because I feel like on my monitor it doesn't look that. I noticed a few minutes after it came off a little bit warmer than honey, but right now it doesn't even look like I put anything on my face actually. Like, and I knew this already because when I was in the store and I was swatching and trying to match myself, I noticed by the time I added some here, I was like, wow, like I put on like the lightest amount and my skin was already looking flawless. So I was like, okay, I'm about to like this foundation bomb. But sure. I'm gonna go in with one more pump on both sides because I like full coverage. So yeah, we're just gonna go in more. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, yeah, matte, like when I say this foundation is matte, you guys, like, let me just make sure the corner of my nose, for me, I don't know, like, you know, obviously I'm pretty sure some of you guys can relate. I noticed lately, I feel like since this past summer, I've been noticing, like, after doing my foundation, I see like my foundation struggles to blend in the corner. I always have to go back in and like really get it in there because it'll like be sitting on top of the little crease area from my face and my nose. And I know with matte foundations, like especially the Fenty Beauty foundation, I love that foundation so much, but I noticed with matte foundations, my foundation would always just sit in the crevice. Like it wouldn't really blend thoroughly. Like I have to go back in. Like I always have to check for it, because if I don't check for it and I set my face, there's like buildup of foundation just chilling in that corner, and it's not cute. But I've noticed it's only with matte foundations. Like anything else is like not really an issue. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with what I would normally highlight with, and that is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. What do you guys think about the color right now? I think it looks good. It is more neutral. I feel like I normally would rock something a little bit more warm golden undertone, but I think it still looks okay. So anyways, for me, when doing foundation reviews, I like to use products that I have been using at the moment, just because we gotta see how this works with my everyday favorite products. I can't test this foundation out and not use my favorite concealer of all time right now. I'm gonna let that sit for like 10 seconds, and I'm gonna go ahead and cream contour, because you guys know I like to cream contour. Now I will say, I watched Monica Style Muse's video, and she said that she doesn't recommend cream contouring because it's so matte, and that she had troubles trying to blend it out. But because you guys know I have to cream contour, I have to see if this is gonna work. It's okay if I can't, like if it doesn't work out, because of course with different products, different formulas, you know, sometimes you have to change up the products that you use. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out with my ABH 830 brush. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit of anxiety right now letting this concealer sit, because I know this foundation is matte AF. So you know what, I'm gonna blend out this one cheekbone, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out that concealer. Okay, so far it's blending out okay. I don't know if it's just me or this is looking like, I don't know what's going on. I think it's because I brought my concealer all the way, and I usually don't bring my concealer that far out. I will say, like, one thing I'm noticing is that I have to be a little bit more aggressive with the way I'm blending. Like I have to pounce a little bit harder than normal. I'm guessing because the foundation is matte, and then I also let it sit for a little bit. But once blended out, it looks fine. So we're Gucci. So I see what Monica was saying about, do you guys see that? Yeah. I see what Monica was saying about the cream contour. It's not blending out as creamy as it normally does. So this is what it's looking like right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. I have a little bit of patchiness going on, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. I feel like it's because of the blurring primer that I used, that I've never had this problem before. Everywhere else though looks really good. Where I use the Too Faced primer, but where I use the, okay, you guys, the foundation on my nose right here is starting to break apart. I don't know why. I feel like it's because of the Benefit primer. It just doesn't seem as if it's sitting well. It's breaking apart right here. I don't know what that's about, but we're gonna keep going. I just want to apply some more foundation right there. okay? I don't know what is going on. I don't know why this isn't working out, and I'm getting really mad. Not mad, but like, this side's fine. This side, I don't know what's going on, you guys. It's gross. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face as I normally would with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and this is in the color Blondie. I don't know why, but I'm like nervous right now, but I'm keeping the faith. I think we'll be fine, but oh no, I effed up. Do you guys see that? I fucked up. I want to keep it real with you guys because I know this, you know, like, I want to give this foundation another try as well. I'm not going to take it off and do it again because I want to know what I did. I'm just going to use my NYX Powder Contour Kit, and I'm going to use Truffle. Forehead. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my contour. I'm not even going to go OD with the powder because this is already like super matte. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and eyes off camera, everything else, and then I'm gonna be back. And honestly, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go ahead and dust this off now. I know with matte foundations you don't want to keep setting powder on for too long. Alright, so it's not looking as crazy as before, so now I'm gonna go do everything I need to do, and then I'll be right back to the rest of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer. So I'm gonna go in with the MAC. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Dark Deep Mineralized Skin Finish just to bronze. It's not looking too bad right now, so not too bad. It doesn't, you know. I'm just gonna add that to my cheekbones. Yeah, I just washed my makeup brushes like 4 days ago, and this is the first time I'm actually putting on makeup since, and there's just such a difference with a clean brush. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys know that, but because I kind of extended the time that I was supposed to go ahead and clean them, like I was just procrastinating because I have so many brushes. And when I wash my makeup brushes, I like to just go ahead and do them all at once. I used to do like half and half because there's so much, but I'm just like, I might as well clean all of them, and I was dreading it. So I prolonged my cleaning appointment, but yo, like, it's just going on, so it's just so much softer. Like, I can feel how clean it is right now. It's so soothing. Cream contouring isn't the best idea with this foundation just because it's so matte. Luckily, I was still able to blend it out. It doesn't look patchy or anything anymore. Like, at first it was just like, I was like, but it looks fine to me. It looks okay. The only thing for me that I'm like a little bit nervous about is this area, because I was showing you guys it's not that bad anymore, but there is that like buildup of product and then like the powder on top in the crevice of my nose. I wonder if you guys can see it from here. I'm gonna zoom in a bit when we get back to that situation, but the color looks really good. It looks really good. I kind of wish I bought honey as well so I could do half and half, but I think this color looks nice. And it right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. So I picked this up at Sephora. Of course, I get the travel size. You guys, whenever I try out a product for the first time, I always get the travel size. Although I know you can bring products back to Sephora and get your money back, I just feel like if I'm trying out a product for the first time, I don't see why I need to buy a full size, you know? So yeah, I've heard a lot of amazing things about this setting spray. So I haven't filmed a video with this yet, but I have been using it for the past week. I haven't worn makeup at all this week, but last week I've used this spray about 3 times, and so far it's pretty good. It is definitely a dewy mist, and I'm also going to be pressing this into my skin. I'm a little bit nervous, but this is what I do in my everyday foundation routine because I like that skin-like finish. And I know for me, pressing this dabbing the setting spray into my skin after, you know, just go watch my tutorial so you guys can see what I'm talking about if you don't know what I mean. But I'm gonna go ahead and you actually don't need a lot of this, because when I say it's dewy, like, I'm gonna go one more spray. Actually, one more. It's dewy, like, it's dewy. Like, you don't want to overdo it with this, because, yeah. Okay, and we're just gonna let that sit for a little bit. Look at that. Looking dewy already. You know what, guys? Everything else is looking good. I'm just gonna dab into my skin like I do every day when I set my face. Oh, sure. It's coming together. Okay. My skin's looking really nice, you guys. Anyway, let me just finish with my lip color. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this. I did a matte lip at first, and then I just added a gloss on top because, I don't know, it's just not looking cute. Now I don't even know if I'm feeling the gloss, but anyways, that's not even the point of this video, so it's okay. I'm gonna finish off with spraying my face with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist again. And I'm just gonna let that sit a little bit before I dab in that beauty blender. Some of you guys are probably like, what's the point of getting a matte foundation if you're just gonna do it down? Well, you must know I like matte foundations, but I just like a little touch of dewy skin mist or dewy spray, dewy setting spray. Not everybody likes the same finish of makeup, so this is just like for my skin type and everything overall. I just like my skin to be matte but not look dry. Alright guys, so I am back and it's actually been about like 5.5 hours. I wanted to leave this on for as long as possible, or like for like a realistic amount of time, just to see how, you know, it would last. And it actually, well, not actually, it looks really good still. Typically when I wear foundations, I know this is like a 24-hour wear, but I do not wear foundation for 24 or 18 or 15 hours. So yeah, so everything on my face looks still pretty matte. The only thing is you guys can see the ball of my nose, which is normal. As I was letting you guys know, lately my skin has been getting a lot more oily than usual in my T-zone area, which is, again, normal. So 5 hours in, you guys know I've been loving the Maybelline Super Stay foundation, and it's not as matte as this foundation. So actually, like, by now, most of my nose, like here and the ball of my nose, would be slightly more oily. Or I know you guys see my smile lines. I have no control over that, so they don't look too bad. I was doing a lot of talking and I did eat like twice, so as soon as I start eating and talking, my smile lines are in full effect, so that's not really anything. They don't look, they're not bad. Like when you look up close, the creasing isn't as, I lied. This side's not that bad. It's like one crease, but this side, I'm staring at 3 lines on my face, which, yeah, you guys can see that. So that's just an issue I always have. So that, besides the smile lines, my skin is like smooth as fuck. Okay, I don't know, I'm wiping off my foundation. And definitely, if I didn't set my face with the dewy skin mist, I feel like I'd be a lot more matte right now. So typically this is what my makeup would be looking like with this foundation within 6 hours. I am gonna give this foundation another shot later on this week, like just doing a look with it and switching up the products and what I was using, because I want to see if it can look even better. But it looks really good, minus the smile. I hate these things. I hate them, you guys. I am considering getting fillers for my smile lines because it bothers me. Usually by now I'll start to get it'll get slightly shiny over here, and it's not as oily or as shiny as it would be 6 hours into wearing my makeup. And of course, I'm definitely not going to cream contour the next time I use this foundation. I'm going to powder contour But again, with certain types of products and formulas, you may have to change up your techniques and the products that you use, just because not every product is going to work well together or work its best together. I feel like, what do you guys think about the color though? Like the undertone. I think it looks pretty good. I will say I feel like I look a little bit more red than usual. I could be wrong because in my monitor I feel like I look like I'm warm, yes, but the Maybelline Superstay foundation is like my favorite foundation at the moment, mainly because of the color. Like it matches my undertone perfectly, and I feel like right now I would look a little bit more golden. And I did actually just remember that in Alyssa's review, when she was trying on her shade, it did appear to be lighter, and then as time went on it started to go into its true color. And I did know that when I was picking the foundation, but just seeing the slight tan, I usually go for that. But I'm going to try Honey again. I actually feel like Honey is probably going to be my shade. But yeah, so all in all, that is everything for this foundation review. One thing I will say is that if you are not a fan of matte foundations, you probably won't like this one because it is matte, like matte AF. So if you can work with it like how I did, I have no problem with matte foundation though, that's the thing. But if you are not a fan of matte foundations, you like dewy, you can try to do it down a little bit like I did with a dewy mist or a glow mist or a setting spray. Give it a try because I really feel like the finish of this foundation's bomb. It's so lightweight. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. If you've tried out this foundation, let me know how it worked for you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this review. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.